Professor Rajshekhar Garu, the Vice Chancellor, the Head of the Department Anika Garu, her colleagues and her team, and dignitaries of the dais and delegates. I would like to just talk about three simple instances where the digital literacy is necessary. Well, one is a real story that a person from the outsourcing, a person called Srinivasulu or someone like that, it has changed his name as Jackson. He is talking to somebody in US for selling a computer. The computer is being delivered to an American, a white man, and the computer is not working. That online counseling is going ahead. Sir, Jackson, the computer is not working. That you have not delivered a good computer. No, sir, that we have delivered the best of the computer and everything is all right. We checked it. Our factory has checked it and all that you're saying. Finally, this conversation goes on like that. The American uses the choices of American vocabulary and even scolding our Indian guy who is sitting here but pretending as Jackson. But and then he says that whether the windows have come, that what windows have you opened the windows? I have kept the windows open. But he is referring to some other windows. Finally, it so happens, he has not put the plug in the plug socket. And so electricity itself has not come to the computer. So sometimes the basic knowledge of this digital thing not only is software but hardware also. And then for a couple of years I was working in Delhi as part of the Hindu assignments, and then I came back to Chennai. I want to buy a computer myself. In office everything is taken care of by the technical people, but the computer was often not working. For the simple simple fact, I went to Laila to do a diploma on advanced Java programming. And so just sometimes that time internet connectivity may not come, you'll have to switch it off and some password you'll have to give it. Even that we won't know, that the technician won't come on time. And around the turn of the millennium, I have seen in many government departments, the computers were just kept the big desktop, that CPU, they have kept it, and above that they have stacked the files. The computers were delivered and they were not able to use it. The second example I want to give is that 15 years ago, that later I joined Anna University, I was heading the EMRC, Education Multimedia Research Center, that is UGC's research center. And there, the APEX, the Center for Consortium for Educational Communication in Delhi, they called the meeting and said, we are going to go digital as far as storage device is concerned. To start with, they used pneumatic tape and their low band and high band, then beta tape, again beta, that is partially digital. Then they want to change to optical disc. And they gave us clear instructions, we'll have to change it within 1 month. And I called my team. I'm not a technical person, but the team consists of engineers who are technical people who are sound in it. And called my team and talked, and then they said that we will discuss among ourselves and get back to you. Then they got back to me and said, sir, this is not possible. Then I was angry, but I didn't show the anger. There's no point in showing the anger on colleagues. And then I said, I have not called you to say that this is not possible. I want to somehow see that it works. The apex level, they have given the instruction and they have also tested it and it works in Delhi, it should work now. Yeah. And if you don't know it, I will ask some other technical person to come and make it work. They would also not like to call some other technical person to do their work. And finally, after half an hour, they said that we can do it. Of course, the Sony is the product, and later we got it from the tapes. That Sony tapes were not available. We went for another brand, but compatibility was not there. The Sony created its proprietary software, only if you use their tapes that will work. But after that, it worked fine. So we are able to change it to digital storage device, optical disc. The third example, the current one, in the last 1 year, we find that in Anna University, when we grade it, by seeing the language, seeing the clarity, we know that assignments, we know who is a good student, who is not a good student. But of late, we cannot find that. Everybody writes in fabulous English. Everybody writes very good. And the secret is that they are using ChatGPT. Everybody puts a question, and even if they are stupid enough not to ask a good question, they ask because putting a one question doesn't take much time. If it's a different assignment also, they get a friend to put the appropriate question and it writes fabulously, and they use ChatGPT to write that. And it is really useful for research also. That one of my students was working in climate fiction, and she was doing discourse analysis of the Western movies. Then we wanted to include the Indian perception among the Indian audiences. We did it, but when I presented it in a conference, IMCR conference in Lyon, again they said that Indians' perception are not, depth is not there. And of course I realized that, and I was asking her, why don't we use ChatGPT to find that what are the Indian perception, what sort of questions can be asked for data collection. And she was hesitant because even I am against this sort of tools. And so then, but finally we decided we will try it out because there is some depth lacking in our research. When we did try it out, and excellent 10 questions or 15 questions or points, how Indian perception about Indian culture, Indian attitude, this can be got as far as the research questions are concerned. Even this presentation keynote address I prepared, but on the way to traveling from Chennai to here, I wanted to just check that ChatGPT that whether I have mixed out, because ChatGPT also helps even if you have prepared, certain points you might have missed out. I checked in ChatGPT, it also gave 8 points or something. Almost all points are covered. I am satisfied that the presentation is wholesome. Sometimes it may take you wrongly, but for intelligent people can effectively use even AI or any digital tools for the betterment. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best.